The left-hand side has 0, and he found something in the back that looks like a USB. I did not examine it, but it did. He did manage to plug the camera.
Yeah, the
in,
USB plugged in okay,
happen.
but it didn't make the little ding-a-dong noise.
It didn't make the notifications, and the computer did not say it was noticing anything.
Okay, I've got 0 people waiting. That's our usual sort of thing. One person is here now, it looks like.
We're gonna, like I said,
You want to sit in this chair and I'll look at this real quick?
I can.
Yeah.
We'll see who we get back here in a minute or
And
two.
I will look for a USB hub. I'll just go down to Walmart or something. I'm sure they have one.
Ethan's here.
Okay.
Kevin's here.
Well, that's what I think. I think
Yeah.
it's going to be able to get a
I'm working on it. Okay.
Yeah, we're kind of anticipating that, Ethan, so.
Yeah,
We had to restart this
Okay,
anyway. We
thank you.
started early to play with this camera and have a little issue with the camera here, so.
yeah, we got a new computer, and so we're trying to run the new computer, and it doesn't have 27 USB ports like the old one did. For whatever reason, we can't get the computer to use the external webcam, which has better resolution, and it's using the camera actually in the computer. You know, here's the screen right here. There's the camera, and I think it's a little dirty would be my guess. So, anyhow, that's what's going on here.
And rub it with your shirt.
I already did. So anyhow, okay, we're just going to go with this for today and see what happens here.
And you gotta tell him about your brother.
Huh?
You gotta tell him about your brother in Goldfield.
Oh, okay, I can. Anyhow, so yeah, it's kind of fun. I'm looking at 2 screens, one of which is about a second or 2 behind the other. It's hilarious. So, 8 people already. Okay. First of all,
Everybody.
Eva's yonder diligently resting for her tinfoil hat report.
I'm going to diligently come over and man the keyboard on your computer.
The back on that chair doesn't work too well.
That's okay.
But anyhow, the week did some more research, did some more claim staking, and did a few other little things. Took it fairly easy. Went fishing a couple times. I'm finally dialing in the fishing here. And I've got a spot and bait that seems to be working pretty good. We had, I don't know, one as large a trout as you want without it starting to get muddy. Probably about what would you call it? About a pound and a half?
Oh, yeah, probably. Nice fish.
Yeah.
One.
So that's going good. Now, something really funny. The other day, Thursday, I think it was, I was out fishing there, and I was using bait on the bottom. Got a bite, brought it in, and I'm like, what the heck? What had happened? That fish had eaten a hook previously, and it must have been, it was a snelled hook, but it must have been like on a, what do you call it? A snap swivel, because it didn't have a knot on the snell. But my hook had actually hooked the loop of the snell, and I had brought the fish in. My hook never got in the fish at all. It was hilarious. But anyhow, so doing good on the fishing, and got basically kind of light work, not a whole lot going on right at the moment, doing more research. Some of it can be really annoying. Is these reports, some of them are very thorough in some ways and not too thorough in others. And it's like, I had a whole list of mines that, I mean, production was as little as a couple, 3 tons production, right? And they're like, oh, well, that was 3 ounces to the ton. That's interesting, or whatever.
Pockets.
And you got a name, but you can't find it because it's so small. Nobody kept any other records, you know?
That's
So I say that was kind of,
Well, and here there was a time period you had from 1870s to 1891. You had a lot of guys looking, and then you had the collapse of the economy in about 1891. Well, then a lot of them mines, they left them because there was no value.
Silver
And
price
in
collapsed,
some
right?
place, right, the gold and silver price collapsed 1891.
Mhm.
And it was about 5 years till some of those prices came back. Well, in a lot of those cases, those guys just quit and walked away. Well, some of those mines were kind of reestablished, later on then, around 1900, 1903. But some of them nobody ever went back to, basically, short of us guys prospecting through again and again and again. So the potentials are interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting research, frustrating at times because you'll see something, wow, that looks pretty good. It's like, where the hell is the damn
Try to
thing?
find it. Yeah. All you can do is boots on the ground,
Yeah, it's
pick an area and go work it.
pretty frustrating at times. But still haven't heard any word yet back from Montana Tech. We have some assays out. On that computer there, can you do that and look at my Hard Rock University email? Do that, select that, and see if we got anything from Kittle. And the other thing we're doing right now is we're testing, again, Joachim got me this computer here, and I've got my other computer running also on the internet. So if our problem is the internet that's causing issues, then we should really bury it quickly. On the other hand, if it was a computer, we shouldn't have any
you
problems.
got assay results from Lauren too.
Okay, let me see what those look like real quick here. Let's see.
Lots of silver.
Yeah, 12 ounces of silver in one of those there. That's where that culvert comes out.
Mm-hmm.
That was not too great. Well, we got one sample that ran interesting gold and moderate silver. Nothing real exciting there at this point, but at least we got something.
Numbers.
Yep.
To start.
So anyhow, that's basically what we're doing. Kind of a slow and easy week. Next week I have a little routine medical testing first 2 days of the week, which will kind of keep me from doing anything else. Although I'll probably be. Oh, that's another thing. I was spending a lot of time this week on the plans for the impact mill. So you folks who are waiting for plans on the impact mill, I've probably got 20, 30 hours in it right now. Because first of all, I'm not the best at CAD. Number two, this is a new program, so I have to learn some of the idiosyncrasies.
And believe me, if you're me and listening to the screeching and desk pounding, it feels like 100 hours. You have no idea, people.
Like sometimes it does get frustrating, but I'm getting much better. I'm not getting as frustrated as I was. I'm still, she's listening to me verbally talking about what I'm doing. Okay, highlight, select this, do that.
At this rate, I'll be able to do this program without even ever touching it. But he could not figure out how to put the degree sign in the text.
Yeah, because
This is
I don't know what
ridiculous here.
keystrokes you use to get the little circle for degree. And then Eva goes, well, why don't you draw a circle, Marty? Doesn't your computer draw circles? Okay, circle, 0.05 inches.
Yeah, he did this total draw drop moment, and he says, "You bitch." And then he started laughing because I'm like, excuse me,
Hello, Buster.
it's a CAD program. It makes circles. Make a little circle. And he's like, he did it, and he's like, you bitch.
No, I didn't say you, bitch. But anyhow.
Hi, Busted. How you doing? We were just watching your video earlier. Really cool.
So anyhow,
I
if I'm going to send plans out, I want them to be very thorough so there's no confusion and stuff. And Hey, Rick. So,
Hi, Rick.
it takes time to do that. Now, Jim has come through again. He had
Good night.
a printer that,
Yeah.
you know, he
Yeah,
wasn't
this is
using.
almost like new, so.
So he brought it over. Now I can start printing up stuff. And that's going to take a while. I've done similar things in the past.
Just a warning, guys. The measurements are going to be in imperial.
Yeah.
We'll have to fix that in the deluxe version later.
But yeah, we'll have two
Yeah,
versions, metric and imperial. You know, there's two kinds of countries in the world: those who have landed a man on the moon, and those who use the metric system.
Okay, all y'all can stick some huntsman spiders on him as long as I am not
We're
around
gonna
when
get
you
some
do
bad
it.
words for that now.
But anyhow,
Oh, they'll use the C word, we hope. They're Aussie. They
Anyhow.
know the C word.
the sound isn't very clear, very staticky, huh? Okay. Is it better if I come up like this? Don't know where the hell the microphone is on this thing. Any idea?
No clue.
No clue. I mean, I always go back to the old computer if needed. We shall see. Can you hear me okay now? I'll stay at
Gold
this
Tanner
distance and we'll
says
see.
just muffled, same close or far away.
Okay.
You could try yelling into your computer.
Yeah, unfortunately I can't. I don't think it'll work. What?
Rick, hi
Oh,
guys, I'm
yeah.
ready to bust knuckles, storm the ramparts, fletch the arrows, boil the oil, sharpen
Yeah.
the swords. Let's do this.
Sounds like background static.
Probably the two computers sitting next to each other. That may or may not have something to do with
I
it.
wouldn't think so, because that one, it sounds completely off.
No, Old Dirty Goat says sounds like you're in a fish tank. That usually happens when you're getting feedback between two microphones that are too close together.
Well, then turn that one off. Just exit out of there. You don't need to worry, because you can always go back in if you want. Let's see what happens here.
Okay, I turned the entire mixer all the way down, and let's see what happens there.
Okay, if anyone hears any difference, let me know.
Let us know, Bryce.
And if not, then we'll just turn that computer off of the live stream and see what happens. But anyhow, the plans. Now, Eva came up with this too. It's going to be called the Bob Mill. Stands for the Bowen Ore Buster. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Yeah. The Bowen
Bowen
Ore
Ore
Buster.
Buster.
So it's a Bob Mill. No change. Okay. Turn the browser. Turn the browser off. See what happens. So we
Might be this.
I can't really tell how good it is. This is a used computer, so it could easily be the microphone or whatever.
But it's still a very good computer. Thank you, Eulapine.
So we may have to get an external mic or something like that. It wouldn't hurt anyhow. That'd be a better quality. But we shall see what we shall see. So did anyone hear any change since we did that last? Well, that was there
Right.
about a minute ago. Sounds like you're in a capsule far away. Houston, we have a problem. I hope not, Rick. Okay, is this annoying enough that you want me to switch to the other computer or not? Because we can certainly do that. Did you get your daughter to school in time?
Good question. Asking the right questions, Flower Gold Withers.
But anyhow, okay.
Yeah, we
that's
watched
right.
his too.
I didn't watch it yet. I was going
Yeah.
to. Sorry, I was gonna get there.
I hope he gets back to his girlfriend or else he's going to be in trouble. But anyhow, so when it comes to the metric and imperial units and stuff, I mean, I know certain things. For example, 1/4-inch plate is pretty darn close to 5 millimeter plate, but I don't know anything else. Like for example, in the United States, if you want two pieces of square tubing to go inside each other, if you use 1 1/4 14 gauge and 1-inch square tubing, it'll make a reasonably good fit. It's a little bit sloppy, but not bad. So I'm just going to rely on you guys for now to be able to make those interpretations and adjustments in other countries where you don't have the stuff I do. none of this stuff is precision fabricated. Okay. Primarily because I'm not a precision fabricator. So if it had to be precision fabricated, I would screw it up. So I basically built it on an assembly table with a chop saw and welder and a few other little things. So, you know, it's not real precise, and therefore you should be able to do it with metric materials without any problem at all. Hi, Terry.
Hey, Terry.
So that's, I say for now, you guys that want these first plans are just going to have to deal with that. To redo the plans in precise metric would be a lot of work. I have to redo a lot of stuff. And to dimension it in millimeters, I'd have to think about it carefully. I don't think there's any reason I couldn't just redo the dimensions, which would mean I could probably just go to the drawing settings and go from architectural inches to millimeters, and it should work just fine. I think all the dimensions will just magically change, which is one reason why you like to use CAT. But let's say for those of you who are waiting on those plans, I have been working diligently. I'm actually writing text now, but for the text to go with the drawings, I need to know what specific drawings I'm going to have. I'm intending to have a series of pages that will be like drawing on this side, text on this side, or possibly drawing on the top, text on the bottom, whatever. But so you're literally just going through it as you're building it.
There will be a surcharge for my hair color to fix all the gray hair. Just so y'all know.
And another question is, I personally, when I'm building these for myself, I will laminate those in the proper sequence and 3-ring punch it, and that way I can put it in the 3-ring binder. And if I need to take something out, I can. If it gets oil or something, it's not a problem. You can buy the little 3-ring binder. I don't know what you call them, but they go in 3-ring binder and slide a piece of paper in
A
them.
slip sheet.
Yeah, something like that.
Sheets into it.
But anyhow, a pocket, yeah, that's probably it. But you could do that. Let me know what you guys want, and I can do it in various ways too. To have it laminated and such would probably start getting fairly expensive. We'll have to see. But once I get the first set of plans done, then it's pretty easy to just run it to the copy place and run off a series of them, you know, and then either laminate them or put them in slip sheets. By the way, you people that use metric stuff, is a 3-ring binder, the spacing is the same size there? Do you have any idea? Because it's little things like this that can cause problems. I don't know. I would think it's
paper standard around the world.
I think.
Well,
I mean,
that's why you use the little sleevey thingies, or you send them unperforated, laminated sheets, and
Well,
they take
Could
it
be
to
a
a place
staple
and get
set
them.
of copies or whatever.
hi, Aries. So obviously the simplest thing to do would be just leave it on plain paper, double-sided plain paper, you know, page 1, page 2, like that. And that way I can just take a stack of the originals and go down to a copy place and maybe 3 of these, and they just run it through the color printer, blah, 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 done. Another thing, if you can give me a little feedback, I personally like the drawings all in black ink without a whole lot of colors and stuff. On the computer screen, the colors for the different layers makes it a lot easier to understand. But, and then I get, when I print up the things, I can change colors so that my thought is black lines for the drawings and maybe a different color for the dimensions. I don't know. And sometimes it might be easier to have a different colored line, like this is your sheet of steel, and you're going to cut along these lines, and maybe the cut lines in a different color would make it a little more standoutish, you know. Also, these plans, I'm making the plans for an 8-inch mill, And the first mill I built was a 4-inch mill, and then I upgraded that to a 6. I've never done an 8-inch wide mill, so I'm not exactly sure exactly how it's going to work. However, I've made some other minor changes to like the frame and everything. You could mount up to an 11 horsepower Honda motor on this.
Yeah.
I guarantee you that'll drive this sucker.
Yeah.
So, and for that reason too, the design does not have the actual bolt pattern of the motor, designed on it, because you can figure that out when you got the motor and you know what you need. So, because I don't know what motor you're going to use, you can use a Honda, a Predator, Fred's, 4-stroke. I have no idea. Husqvarna, an old Volkswagen engine you got laying around. I don't know. So anyhow, that will be kind of up to you. That's the way I'm doing the plan right now. And I may very well be ready to have it done by next weekend. Printing figured out. Yeah, I mean, because right now I'm going to be printing it. I mean, as of tomorrow, I have to stay close to that.